Chuck Game here, coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. Now, I got a question earlier today, and someone wanted to know my experiences, groups of women, and they also want to know the fastest or the most effective way to attract women. And if you've been following me for a while, I never really talk about my bad experiences. Um, for obvious reasons. Most people don't usually ask me that. And I don't like to focus on the past. I just learn from the past and I move forward. Not to make the same mistake twice, you know, but I always try to move forward, learn from my mistakes, and pay it forward as well. So now, when it comes to my experiences with I've tested the waters out here. Now, I haven't actually dated every group or woman. I think that's impossible. I've the waters. I've gotten it in. I got mine. I'll admit that. Um, sometimes online, especially, uh, a lot of guys will say, they've had a lot of bad experiences with black women. I even had some white guys say they have a lot of bad experience with white women. Um, I don't hear other groups of guys say they have bad experiences with their group of women that they're associated with. It's only white guys and black males. I find that to be a little interesting. I don't hear Chinese guys complain. I don't hear Japanese guys complain. I don't hear Mexican guys complain. I don't hear Colombian guys complain. I don't hear guys from any other group around the world complain about their women. It's only here in America that, mainly here in America, you see white guys complain about white women and black males complain about black women. I find that to be interesting. You know, I'm not saying these other groups don't complain, but they don't complain online. They don't complain or talk about it on media. That's what I'm talking about. I don't hear these other guys on television. And I don't, even socially, like, I don't hear, when I'm out and about, I don't hear I don't hear Japanese guys or Chinese guys or Korean guys complain about their women. I just never heard it before. Now I know there are things about their women that they don't like, of course, but I just don't hear them complain about it. So I say all that to say this: I haven't really had any bad experience with black women. See, I had some things happen with black women that I didn't necessarily like. Of course, no relationship is perfect, but I haven't had um any horrible experiences that make me want to say uh just throw in the towel or anything like that, or make me have flashbacks of something tragic that happened to me in my childhood or as an adult. I haven't had that type of experience. See, I can't relate to that. See, when I hear a lot of guys online and even some athletes, entertainers say black women got attitudes, uh, Black women want to take you for your money. They'll put you on child support. And this does happen to some guys, but it's never happened to me. And it hasn't happened to many guys that I roll with. I mean, black women roll out the red carpet for me, bro. Really. Black women create opportunities for me. I mean, looked out for me in many different cases and circumstances. So I can't. So whenever I hear a guy say, "Hey, I'm gonna go talk to white women. They're better," I'm like, "Really? Really? You really think that?" Has been my experience. I haven't dated a white woman, but like I said, I've tested the waters. You know, I, I don't see any woman today better than any other woman or worse than black women, in my opinion. Now, I'm gonna be honest. My worst experiences are with other groups of women other than black women. So, in other words, my worst experiences came from non-black women. Those are my worst. That's been my worst experiences, just in general, as a whole. Those are my worst experiences with other groups of women. And the reason why that is because I didn't understand the culture and how they function. And they knew I didn't understand that. So they took advantage of me. They took advantage of me not knowing, not having the knowledge, the wisdom, the information that I needed to know. Like, I give you an example. I went to Japan. When I went in the Navy, I was what, 20. And when I went to Japan, I was 20. And I didn't even know where Japan was located geographically. I just didn't know. Of course, I heard of Japan, but I didn't know where it was located exactly. I didn't know that it would take me 15 hours. Well, no, 13 hours to fly from Chicago to Japan. I didn't know that. I mean, I just didn't know how long. I'd never been on a flight that long before, so just didn't know. So I didn't know what to expect. So when I went to Japan, I was green. I was kind of like, I'm new. This is my first time leaving the country. I've never been. Furthest I ever been from South Carolina was New York. You know, so I'm like, I'm going to a completely different world. And when I got there, I was kind of like shocked how different it was in Japan compared to where I came from. So, I had a very difficult time. The first year in Japan, it was certain cases, certain situations, just meeting some of these women um, around the base. I knew I was being taken advantage of, but I was like, you know what, man, I'm having a good time. Whatever goes goes. I mean, I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not gonna get in trouble with the Navy. So I was like, I'll just stick it out. Long as I'm having a good time, long as I'm able to go to work tomorrow, it's all good. These are situations like that where I knew there was nothing that was going to come out of the situation positive. All I was going to get is maybe the most I would probably get out of the situation dealing with this woman is one night of sex. That's it. There was nothing going to come out of this positive. It was a lot of situations like that. You know, a lot of situations where I was around people I knew I shouldn't be around, but I'm 6,000 miles away from home. You know, I'm kind of like out here by myself. I got to figure this shit out. My parents can't do anything for me. I'm over here. You know, it's not like they're gonna fly all the way to Japan. And that's probably not gonna. They might, but it's probably not gonna happen. You know, so I got to figure this thing out. You know, because I came. See, I went in the Navy because I wanted to get away from my family. That's why I went in the Navy. I didn't go to the Navy because I wanted to defend the country or because I wanted a career. No, I went in the Navy because I wanted to get away from my family and find my own way and do my own thing. That's why I went in the Navy. So I had to prove to them, my family, my parents mainly, that I could do what I say I wanted to do. So that's that was my goal, and I did that. I did what I said I was going to do, and I accomplished it. But along the way, it was a lot of bumps in the roads. A lot of people took advantage of me because I was from somewhere else that they call America at the time. And you know, a lot of women had a good time. They, you know, I got used a couple of times. I knew it, but I was having a good time, so it was cool or whatever. You know, they took advantage of me. Older women, they took advantage of me over there. I knew it. And you know, from all these experiences being in another country, I was like, women over here ain't no different than women in America. Basically, it's really the same old shit. They just go about it in a nice, subtle way. You know, they smile more, they'll treat you good, so they'll wine you and dine you, and then, you know, once they get done with you, they drop you. So it's really the same everywhere I've been. The same thing is going on. They just go about it in a different type of way. So it's really up to you if you choose to accept for whatever the person might be offering you. Really, you know. So you know, but there's a different code of conduct women have with guys outside of their nationality as well. Be aware of too, and it varies from guy to guy, and it's based on how you classified in society, and who you are and your status, and you know, it's a combination of things. But but you have to realize that you're probably not gonna get treated the guy that that's within her nationality that she's amongst, that she grew up around. That's all I'm saying. You know, it could be better or it could be worse, but it's not going to be the same. It's going to be different. Be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. Perspective and how you see it. And sometimes this is why they always say we teach people how they treat us. But sometimes if you're in another country and if there's a language barrier, you don't speak their language, that's a hurdle right there within itself sometimes. Because if you don't speak their language, sometimes people will take advantage of you because you don't speak their language. They'll start speaking their language in front of you, knowing that you don't speak the language and taking advantage of you. So this is some stuff that I experienced while I was like testing the waters. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I always say the grass is never greener. It's just a different type of grass. You know. So when I hear people say, "Well, this woman is better than this woman," She's better than that woman. This group is better than that woman. I almost know that this person is either inexperienced, don't know what they're talking about, or they're just trolling, or they're just a butt kisser. There's a lot of butt kissing out here. But in most cases, this person, the guy, or sometimes the girl, they just don't have enough life experience to realize what they're saying is false, just not true. You know, it's just not. It's just not. So my best experiences socially, as far as and having relations with any women on the planet, my best relations experiences have been with black women. Really, I had some good times with other groups of women, but I haven't really found my experiences with other groups of women to be better. I'm sorry. I know some guys are not gonna like that I'm saying this, but that's just been my experience. And I've met a lot of women, and some of my friends, especially some of my old Navy buddies, they're gonna hear this video and they're gonna co-sign what I'm talking about. Agree. Because we spent a lot of time together and we've been around the same circles. Other groups of women, they're fun to be around in their own little way or whatever. But it's just a certain, it's a whole different game on the other side of the grass, really. And then the thing that I don't like with these other groups of women, they do, you just never see it coming. You just never see it coming. I just never. It's like one day it's all good. Next week you don't hear from them anymore. It drives you like a bad habit. As soon as something happens, you lose your job, you lost a big contract, you wreck your car. They don't want to talk. They don't want to be with you no more. Just like that. Or maybe if she's looking to upgrade, the next guy comes in the picture, she'll drop you like a bad habit. Move on. Just like that. There's no remorse. It's, that type of stuff. What type of person mentally, with the mental capacity, can just one day be with you and tomorrow be like, hey, here's the divorce papers. I want a divorce. I'm moving on with him. What type of person can do that? That person has to be a special type of person, in my opinion. You know, I mean, if a woman's gonna leave, the average woman has to check out months in advance mentally. But these other groups of women, you won't even see it coming, bro. It's like, because a lot of these women are kind of like, you have to understand where they're from, their programming is strong. The media is strong over there. So these other groups of women, they're like robots. Especially if you go to like places like Asia, continent Asia, China, Japan, them countries like that, they function like robots over there, in my opinion. They don't. It's like a lack of empathy, compassion over there. It's kind of like everyone just do what they're told. No one questions anything until they get here to America. That's when they start questioning stuff. But over there, no one questions anything. They just do what they're told. It's kind of weird. It's a weird way of functioning over there, and all this is embedded into their culture. too. That's another thing. Yeah, it's just a different way of thinking and functioning, over there. And you're gonna have to, if you get with a woman like that long term, you're gonna have to deal with that with her family too. You're gonna have to tolerate a lot of that stuff, their way of thinking, and because see, in their family, you're almost uh you're kind of the pressure is on to conform and follow and become a sheep, and if you don't conform and follow what everyone else is doing, you're a bad person by default. So this way of thinking is kind of embedded into their culture, in their psyche, you know. To if you want to be like a writer or speaker, or uh, if you want to start a company or something like that, or if you want to create income outside of your job, that's kind of looked down upon in a lot of those cultures, like Japan, especially Japan. That's looked down upon over there. That's in America, that's kind of like promoted over here. That's kind of like, you know, if you're doing anything and if you're getting any type of results and helping a lot of people over here, that's kind of celebrated over here. They might not be celebrated until you get results. But even in Japan, even if you get results, they still don't care. Be celebrated over there. That's how the family is. That's how the family is functioning. But if not, if the whole entire family believes in being an employee and just barely getting by, and you come in there talking about, hey, you about to start a software, about to create a software and sell it to this tech company and collect some money, no, that's not gonna work. You know, that's not gonna work. So, you know, just like I said, the grass is never green on the other side. It's a different type of grass. Now, the fastest way to become more attractive to women is to simply get your money up. You got to get your life in order. And I've been saying this for a while. I've been saying this for months and months. See, a lot of these other dating gurus, dating coaches, they always give you technique and all these other crap, but they never tell you to get your money up. They'll tell you what to say, what to do, who you got to be, and all this stuff, but they always leave money out of the equation. But hey, you got to get your life in order. You got to make as much money as you can, as possible, and invest a certain percentage of that money. And you have to have an acquired skill out here today. I don't know what that's going to vary from person to person. I can't tell you the best area for you, set for you, but I would say this: if you want to do anything, if you want to promote or sell anything online, go to digitalmarketingfast.com. That's digitalmarketingfast.com. I highly recommend you go there if you anything. Digitalmarketingfast.com. That's the best community I know of, and you can get started for $1 today. It's digitalmarketingfast.com. Because see, if you don't have the skills, kind of don't have anything. It's not, nothing's going to work. Really, you can't promote yourself whatever you got to offer, it's never going to work out. If you can't promote yourself to get a job, it's just never going to work out. You're always going to have one hand tied behind your back. And a lot of people don't understand this. A lot of people think that, I think a lot of people depend on the wrong people to do things for them. And that's a mistake. I mean, it's nothing wrong with people, but don't be dependent on people like that. Don't do that. I mean, they'll disappoint you every time. You know, you don't put all your eggs in one basket, man. Don't do it. I used to do that, and I learned the hard way. My brother used to tell me that, but I still learned the hard way. So hey, man, go to digitalmarketingfast.com if you want to learn how to promote you or whatever you have to sell. Even if you don't have anything to sell, you can always learn. It's a learning center. It's like you got to start from somewhere. You got to. The fastest way to attract more women is to get your life in order. And when you do get your life in order, that's it's gonna by default you're gonna attract more quality people in your life. You're gonna give off a different vibe and be in different circles. That's just what it is. I don't know why it works that way, but it's that way. That's just what it is. Automatically be surrounded by um, higher minds, better quality of people, and you're gonna eventually gonna have a better quality of living. In my experience, and you're gonna have more money, and money gives you you won't feel stuck. You won't go to that job that you work and feel like you got to kiss somebody's ass all the time. It won't be so much pressure. Stuff that happens on the job, all the gossip, it'll float off it'll go in one ears and right out the other. You'll have more swag, more confidence in yourself. And that's what having your life in order and does. You made a $500 a month, extra $500 a month. That changes people's lives. An extra $500, $1,000 a month will change the average person's life. Just a couple $100, $800, $900, $1,000. That's changed people's lives. I've seen it happen. It's happened to me, you know. But hey, people say, hey, people say they don't think it makes a difference. Well, you know what? Give it a try and see what happens. What if you couldn't fail? Think about that. What if you couldn't fail at doing or trying whatever? What difference would that make for you? What if you couldn't fail? What if you had somebody to send email or call? That's why I said go to digitalmarketingfast.com, because that's how it is. You're not going to be alone. You're not going to be by yourself. And if you don't want to make money, if you don't want to better yourself, if you don't want to get your life in order, you're on the wrong channel. Empowering, uplifting, I'm not all about just women. Women just come as a by default. This thing, this life is much bigger than just women. Women can be a part of it. They can join the party, but they don't got to stay. If they got to go, take care. But they can hang out if they want. You know, they can be a part of what I got going on if they want. But they're not. I have open door policy. That's how I roll. Any woman that's around me, they're never stuck. They're never stagnant, can't leave or trapped. No, if you got to go, take care of yourself. You know, I'll help you pack your bags. I'll shake the next guy's hand, and then I'll tell him what he has to, what he should expect from you. And then take care of yourself. And when you, because when they leave, when women leave from me and walk through the door and leave, they can't come back. They can't come back. It's not going to be the same if you come back. Oh, I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you on the phone every once in a while. I might even meet you somewhere. You might even come over to my house. But it's not going to be the same. We're not going to be in a relationship again. We're not going to be close ever again the same way it was before. No, no, because once I shut that door, that's the end of that chapter. It's over. You know, and they always come back when they leave. They always, but they're not coming back in a relationship though. No, we're not going to be close again. No, doesn't work. I don't work like that. No, not me. I have standards. I have standards. I have high standards. I have high standards for myself. So anyone around me that comes around me, they have to have high standards too, or they have to be willing to upgrade, accept the upgrade. That's how I roll, you know. And of course, there's some people that don't see it that way, and you know, that's fine. But hey, you only got one life to live, and no one else is going to live it for you but you. So, you know, I always say, hey, make as much money as you can as possible. Don't depend on one source of income. You know, this is why I started my other channel, the Day Job Bailout Plan. Go over there and subscribe once you're done watching this video. The name of my channel over on the other side is the Day Job Bailout Plan. And I'll be sure to put the link for my other channel below. Just to make it easy for you. The Day Job Bailout Plan. That's my other channel. Over there, I talk about basically how I've created income outside of my job. I've been doing this for 10 years now. Really. It's not really that complicated, especially today. It's much easier. You know. But back in the day, I didn't really have there weren't a lot of people teaching it back in the day. But today, I'm paying it forward. I'm actually giving out a lot of free information. Of course, I'm not giving everything away for free, because everyone is just not ready for the game. Everyone's not ready for all the information that I have to give. There's a price to pay. Well, a lot of information I give out on my YouTube channel, the Day Job Bailout Plan. So go over there and subscribe, and that'll get you started over there. If you want to take things to the next level, go to digitalmarketingfast.com And if you have any questions about any of this, anything I just discussed in this video, leave your comments below. Let me know. Subscribe to my channels. Check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. Go get all my books. Love Can't Wait. A Chicken's Guide to Have a Woman Bake for You, Sex, Sauce, and Lies. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.